Hi trade buddies, today we're going to talk about Exxon, which is a stock in the oil industry, and how to use different cluster zones and multiple time frame analysis. Since this can be a very complex topic, we're doing this analysis in 2 videos. This is the first one, going over the bigger time frames, which is a little bit easier to understand for the beginner. Then we have a second video coming, going really into detail and into the smaller time frames, which can be a little bit more complex and harder to understand, but it still helps to get how these multiple time frames, the cluster zones, patterns, and structures are interconnected with each other, and how you can use that to get your best possible entry. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the monthly chart, where we have a max butterfly, which is a 5-point harmonic pattern consisting of 5 points. And if you're wondering how we use or how we determine the name of the pattern, we look at the Fibonacci retracement values, which we have right here, which tell us once the name and also how to draw our Fibonacci and some other things which we're going over in a different video. Now, since 2020, we've been in a nice uptrend and had a small consolidation over the last 2 years maybe, and finally found our high of this consolidation at the 127 rebound. Since this is a multiple time frame analysis, we'll look at the consolidation right here. And here you can see another harmonic pattern, which is called a standard ABCD, which you can see right here. But I'll remove the Fibonacci for a second. And here you can see that we had not only the high of the consolidation, but also the pattern point D at the 127 rebound of the superordinate XABCD, which is the butterfly right here, which is also what we're really looking for. We always want to have as many points, as many levels line up with one another to get the best possible entries. Since we want to use all the information we have, we'll look for structures next that can further define our pattern point D right here, which is once a wolf. The wolf is a 5-point structure consisting of 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 2 lines, we have the signal line right here, which we draw from the wick of pattern point 1 via the candle body of point 3, and generate our signal by going through the signal line on the pattern point 5 and breaking down it once again and generate our signal here. And here you can also see a nice return back to or a nice retest of the signal line and the break over the last 4 or 5 weeks downwards. Now, you may ask why we draw the signal line via the candle body of point 3. That's really simple. Since we draw via the candle wick body and not the wick, we generate more signals, and we can further define them, of course, with our harmonic structures, harmonic patterns, and with multiple time frame analysis. So we get here our signal, we get here our signal. And if we had drawn via the candle wick, we would not have generated the signal. And also you'll notice that after doing this for a couple of months, that the candle wick or the candle body is better for the retest. The target line is drawn from the wick of pattern point 1 via the candle wick of pattern point 4. If you're wondering why I drew the signal line, the target line via this low here, you can see that if we use a horizontal array, we realize that this is the lower one, and we always use the lowest point for our target line. Let's remove this for a second and look at the bigger picture once again. Here you can see we have a nice cluster zone of the 127 rebound again, and the pattern point D, which aligns perfectly with this intra ABCD and also the wolf line. And yeah, if you're wondering what these patterns are or these numbers are, that's really simple. You basically have the Fibonacci retracement values, which you get also via drawing a Fibonacci retracement from A to B. You have your 0.618 Fibonacci retracement on the point C, which is also the value that is being displayed on the harmonic tool. The same is true for the pattern point D. If you draw a Fibonacci retracement from B to C, you have the pattern point D at the 127 rebound, which is also the value that is being displayed right here. I think that's it for this video. In the next video, again, we're going into the smaller timeframes, and it gets a little bit more complex. And I hope to see you there. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be able to help you. See you next time.